What is up, bros? Welcome to another video on the channel. First of all, I hope you're having an amazing day so far. So today I want to talk about one huge problem that today's world right now is facing. And like the title of this video says, that problem is feminized society. But the worst part, bro, is that people are basically okay with this. Everybody is slowly accepting it, even though they know it's not right. Like I told you in my latest video, society right now completely ditched fathers and their role from society, from the world. And basically society is promoting that they've had enough of masculinity, strength and toughness. They don't need that anymore. You basically read titles, you can see these titles in the news everywhere, like "Man, please stop being masculine, it's toxic," or like "The new research shows that men should be more weak and vulnerable." And man, that is exactly the reason why men around the world feel like their strength, masculinity and toughness is simply not needed anymore. So they fall for this trap and they become shy, weak, vulnerable, useless in general, and they are listening to women and their rules. But man, this is exactly the reason why we live in a chaos. And in case you didn't know, weak men create tough times, and in these tough times, tough men are basically born, and they in return create, you could say, soft times. But on the other hand, in a soft times, soft men are basically born. So as you can see, bro, it's cyclical. It's supposed to work this way. But man, right now I hope you can see that if world would have only weak men, tough times would last forever, but man, it's already happening. And another huge problem is born when fathers, because of the actions aimed towards them, become weak. When man becomes weak, woman, in this case your mother, will basically notice that thing, and one thing happens. Because of the mother nature, human beings and also animals have one thing, one simple thing engraved in their DNA, and that thing is that men lead and women follow. Man, this has been proved through thousands and thousands of years of evolution to work. But in order for this to work, men simply need to be dominant and women submissive. But when men become weak, women basically lost their leader. So even though they don't want to, they simply need to lead themselves. So that's why in almost every single family, bro, you can clearly see that the mother is the leader actually, and father is the submissive one. People basically broke the nature's law. And when you as a boy will see that the stronger person in your family is actually a female, your mother in this case, you will automatically as a child look up to the stronger one, again your mother. But this is exactly, man, why most young guys and boys nowadays are so feminine, weak and vulnerable, and also like they are calling themselves fanboys. And when this happens, men will basically swap their qualities with women. They become shy, weak, vulnerable, emotional and submissive, and it's all because men became weak and the boys basically lost their, masculine role model or idol. The real problem occurs when this kind of fanboy basically finds a girl, and when he stays this weak for the rest of his life, his girlfriend will be probably the stronger one. So their child, their son, will probably, like his father did, look up to his mother. So again, he will be the same useless and weak fanboy like his father. And that is the real problem, Lord. This is a horrible thing. This is basically a nightmare because it will be passed on other generations. So all men in that family will be useless, weak fanboys. But man, it doesn't need to be this way. If you simply naturally feel like a man, which by the way you should feel like a man, you feel strong, masculine and tough, don't suppress these feelings inside of you just because society is feeding you up with this bullshit. On the other hand, if your father isn't that strong, isn't that dominant and masculine, please don't look up to your mother, not like she's a bad person, but you as a man need another man as a role model, not women. Simply find a guy, find a man that is acting like a man. He's strong, dominant and masculine. For me, this is David from Self-Developed YouTube channel and also David from How to Beast. But mainly I'm looking up to our ancestors because in my opinion, if masculinity would be a person, it would be a warrior with a shield, sword and a helmet, and he would be fighting for his life and life of his tribe. If you will start looking up to our ancestors, you will quickly realize what being a true man is. You will realize the true definition of masculinity. Also, man, you will realize, although yes, world is moving forward, all this technology, easy access to everything, junk food, porn, OnlyFans, video games, and many more shit like that, This is basically destroying today's generation. I'm not telling you that you need to be like our ancestors just for fun. I'm telling you this, I'm saying this because they've had far more testosterone than men nowadays. If you don't believe me, simply search it out on YouTube. And man, that also means that they were far more stronger, tough and masculine than men nowadays. That's why, man, you should want to be like them. Of course, you don't need to hunt down animals or fight for your life like they did, but you should simply embrace their qualities and the way they acted. Like Hamza says, be like Adonis. Yes, the world is evolving and moving forwards, but some things are regressing. So when you will realize that watching porn is wrong, it's not okay, playing video games is pointless, and being a weak fanboy, that's simply not okay, that is wrong, that is when you will become a real man. But the first step is to reject modernity and embrace masculinity. So that's it for this video, man. If you enjoyed this one, hit the thumbs up button. Also comment down below where you are from, because I'm curious where my audience is from. If you feel generous, click the subscribe button. Also click the bell right next to it so you will never miss a new video from me. Stay relentless.